Hey everybody, it is, oh my gosh, it's Valentine's Day. Ah, that's trouble. Okay, just making a quick video, talk about how to make 3 body paragraphs. So we've talked for a long time, sort of stalled on that, what is ideal research? And ideal research that is safe and efficient, effective for you, um, kind of looks like this. I'm gonna get my invisible link here. We wanted that piece of source material. We wanted the parenthetical citation that bib citation is going to do for us. When we read it for the first time, write a commentary sentence, say why it's important, say what this piece of information illuminates or what it taught you or why it brings light to the topic that you've chosen. But then that second sentence is analysis. Analysis to take it further and not merely label the importance, but what else does it make you think? You could write that in forms of questions or whatever every time you encounter a thing. Now, here's the thing. You get these sort of chunks, and you may have the idea of pairing them up like, first I'm going to say this one, and then I'm going to say this one. Well, because we haven't really committed to the wording of the thing yet, and everything's kind of rough draft, which is a good place to be, you can still switch them around. You can say, what if I say this one first? Or you know what? Oh my gosh, I just saw this interview with this thing and now there's this concept. So if I have a concept, some idea about my topic, but then I have an interview of somebody who's been through it. Like if I have a medical idea about some medical topic that's kind of, maybe idea driven about what is the honorable thing to do about the price of insulin or something like that. And then back that up with an interview of a person who needs it, and the price is up. When you do something that's that different, the reader is expecting the next thing to be fill in the blanks. Tell me more. Show me a price graph of how insulin has gone up and down or something like that. And that way you don't merely repeat yourself, which is the worst. You engage the reader and stuff like that. So we pair those two things up, and we're just practicing putting these things together. And then the next part's kind of cool, because once you sort of pair them up, whatever the two source pieces have in common, whatever it was that you made a connection, please don't make an obvious connection. Practice going out on a limb and making a very, here's a fact, and that where have we seen this before thing, where you jump into some parallel spot where something else was in such a situation. Whatever those two source material pieces have in common becomes your topic sentence. So somewhere a teacher in the world is saying, when you write a topic sentence, it has the paragraph has to follow what you write as a topic sentence. Well, you're doing it in the opposite direction. You're writing from the inside out. So it's a promise you've already kept. So you can mow the lawn and then promise to mow the lawn. So an idea-driven topic sentence means have a concept word in there, something universal. And if you're writing a personal paper or about a human being or something like that, pride, fear, guilt, and rejection is something everyone's experienced, everyone. So that kind of concept word travels. And you're not now just talking about what happened next, because that is not a topic. What happened next, and that's it. But it didn't. If there's some sort of thematic or conceptual word that says why it's important that it happen next, or you're drawing a conclusion, you need to say that with a concept word. So greed, cruelty, talent, that kind of stuff that anybody can relate to, like words like responsibility or something like that. Or honor, or that kind of stuff, or it's just an idea. Okay. Then read your 4 sentences that you wrote. Okay. And remember, the beauty of this is, like, even if you didn't expect to put 2 things together, you wrote commentary and analysis, and it would be shocking. You'll be shocked at how well some of those just mesh together, and your thoughts are already the glue. So just practice doing that. So the commentary and analysis for 2 pieces of research. This may help you kind of put them in a certain order. Read those things, only your own words, over and over and over. And then say what is the most responsible but strongly worded conclusion sentence I can write. It has to be a sentence or a statement of your own thoughts. You cannot end a paragraph with someone else's words because a conclusion is yours. So it's not, what did I find? Anybody could find anything. Could scream into my phone and ask them how long it takes for elephants to make a baby elephant. And that's a fact. Doesn't mean I learned anything. But what I need to do is apply that somewhere. So I was weird about the elephant. My apologies. But it has to be your voice. Okay? So the next thing is we want to say, don't worry about the wording. We're in the process. Okay? So we're building the skeleton of the thing and making it strong. Rough draft wording gives you room for your thoughts to evolve. And this pattern of writing, I know it's very mechanical. I know once you prove you can do it, you don't have to do it anymore. But here's what good writing looks like, especially at the rough draft level. First of all, there's no plagiarism because we're using bib citation or easy bib or whatever you want to use, but you're tagging all of your source material with the parenthetical citation, and it's free. That's why use Google Docs. If you're still using Microsoft Word, I don't know what to tell you. You could find a way to maybe put those add-ons on there, but Google Docs is always saved. It's always present. It's in the cloud automatically. It's free. All the things that Microsoft Word isn't. Plus, there's a balance. It's 1/3 source material and 2/3 your thoughts. And that's good. It's research, but then a lot of commentary and analysis from you that is also the glue that puts the thing together, not just, and then this happened. Also, your voice is always present. When we cannot drop a big old block of sentence of quote into the middle of a paper, and a sentence, just drop it in there and go, well, hope it works. It won't. It'll look terrible. It's what fifth graders do. The reader immediately loses interest. It doesn't say who's talking. So your voice is going to blend that sentence in. That's why you bold a certain words and just go, I think those are the words I'm going to keep. I'm going to keep context around it. So when I read it, I know what the whole thing's about, but I'm going to bold just a few words. And here's the big thing. Every sentence has a purpose. It's either topic idea driven. It's source reference, source stuff to be introduced. It's either commenting, analysis, summarizing, concluding. And the reader's like, more, please. I'm totally into what you're saying. So that's what a paragraph can look like. Rough draft. It's 8 sentences. You can, when you go from rough draft into another draft and edit it, put it together, mix some things up, add some sentences in between the analysis sentence, and the next source to introduce, to bridge it, to do transition work. But a lot of stuff is there. Here is the goal. Do 3 of those. So that means 6 pieces of research. Now, here's the flaw with this assignment. The sentences, we're building paragraphs. The paragraphs may not stack up very well. That's okay. If you're saying one paragraph, I can make a paragraph and it only talks about this. Cool. And I'm making a paragraph but I don't even know how I'm going to put those in there. After we do this rough draft style, we're just going to reflect and go, I could put this one first and this one third, but I'd have to bridge these 2 things together somehow. I'd have to make a connection. If you can write that reflection, you're telling yourself that I feel confident in the middle of a writing process to create more balance, research, statement, something. I got to find something that puts these 2 things together. That is good habits, and it's critical thought and problem solving skills. So we'll end up writing this thing, and we're only doing 3 body paragraphs right now. We're going to move right from rough draft to final draft, or another edited draft here in a second. Also, the good thing from this, ready for the magic trick? When you write your introduction, these sentences are your guide, because your introduction will be a funnel. Okay, you're going to have a starter and then end with a thesis statement. But in that funnel, you're going to talk about the ideas, the concepts that are in your topic sentences. This is completely writing from the inside out, not from the top down. So you start with the best stuff, which is source material plus your comment analysis, and then you just stack outwards. Okay, so your introduction paragraph is going to be a starter. You're going to talk about these 3 topics as they slowly relate and land on the thesis statement, which is the one sentence that says your topic. And then when you write your conclusion paragraph, you're going to take that funnel and flip it upside down. You're going to reaffirm, not restate, but reaffirm your thesis that you've proven. And then you're going to take your conclusions and your thoughts and broadly say, this is where you can give somebody a thought that just rings in their head when they leave. If you have some stray quote or fact or statistic or whatever, put that in the conclusion, and you're telling people as they go about their lives, you know, I proved this. You know, I took universal ideas and then just used these paragraphs to put them in this one situation. And now think about that when you go and see other, you know, where have we seen this before? That those universal ideas will attach themselves. They will travel. Ideas travel. Details are local. So that's all for later. And plus your MLA will already be done. That parenthetical citation will already be done. Works cited list will already be done. You won't have to worry about that. So here's the goal. It does not have to be perfect. Try to come up with 3. If you can only come up with 2 or 1.5, let me know. Okay, but we want to make mistakes now. We want to figure out, I just don't come up with my own thoughts. Yeah, you do. I'm sure you do. You have confidence to write those things down and let the wording be whatever it is. It will get better the more you investigate this topic that you care about. Cool? So the inside writes the outside. Source material stuff paired up makes the topic. Your thoughts make the conclusion. This thing feeds and grows on itself. Okay. You guys are great.